Cody Rhodes always asks us, what do you want to talk about? Well, the answer to that is absolutely nothing, because there's hee-haw in the world of professional wrestling going on right now. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Absolutely no news, or should I say, there's absolutely no news that's worth really making one video on. So we decided we're going to combine a bunch of news together. It's like the WrestleMania of news. We've got like a 6-match card here on the... Alright, maybe not quite WrestleMania. It's more like a shitey new PLE that Triple H would give you, a 6-match card. We've got a 6-piece of news video. And yeah, that's me trying to hype up. That's as good as I can do.
I can't do any better, so we may as well get into it then, should we? Because, I mean, the reality is, you can talk about WrestleMania, even WrestleMania today's shite. So are we news fest isn't going to be much better, is it?
Yeah, we've got Brock Lesnar, we've got John Cena, we've got Peacock, we've got ESPN, we've got JR's contract, we've got Paul Heyman putting over the current writing team, and we have a big spoiler for next Monday's Raw. And if we can find anything else by the time this video ends, then we'll add it in, but we're not actively looking, so the chances of that, pretty slim there.
Slim Jim!
Any rants you want to go on, feel free to do so. Right, let's first of all talk about Brock Lesnar. So the rumours are he was getting paid during his entire hiatus from the company. He returned at SummerSlam. He F5'd John Cena. Some people aren't happy, and some people were even less happy when they found out that Lesnar has been getting paid this entire time.
That makes me very happy.
Now, Meltzer said the following, quote, "If what Lesnar did was going to end their relationship with him, he'd have been let go. That's the reality. He was always going to return when legal cleared him. Legal cleared him about 1 month prior to the show, which was kept secret and allowed for the return." End of quote. So Meltzer saying that Lesnar was never getting released, Lesnar was never getting let go. It was just a matter of time until he's brought back. And yeah, the rumours are, the reports are, he's been getting paid in his time away since he was never actually suspended. And there's people upset about this. There's people, I've seen a few tweets saying it's crazy, it's disgusting that WWE have released some women from NXT like Katana Chance, Kaden Carter, Gigi Dolan, Cora Jade, the chick from Metaphor, forget her name, it's not irrelevant.
Dakota Jackson.
Dakota Jackson. People are saying it's crazy that these women have been released from their dreams and WWE have kept this sex offender, this sex pest Brock Lesnar, and they're paying him as well. I mean, first of all, listen, one of Brock Lesnar's shites, right, that landed on Janelle Grant's head would be worth more money than those 5 women combined. So we got to look at the numbers here, right? Brock, what WWE...
Yeah, but he didn't even do anything.
No, I know he didn't, but hypothetically. But what WWE pay Brock Lesnar and what WWE pay those women, at the end of the day, fuck it, it's irrelevant. You can't say, well, if they paid Lesnar, they should have kept them, or if they got rid of Lesnar, they could have kept... Listen, whether WWE kept Lesnar or got rid of Lesnar, that would not have impacted whether the likes of Cora Jade or Gigi Dolan got released. Those people are on minuscule amount of money. Brock Lesnar is on a fucking shitload of money. Let's not pretend like you add all 5 of their salaries together, annual salaries. It doesn't even come close to Lesnar. Plus, there's this thing called draws in wrestling, and I know a lot of the newer fans in this newer generation might not be too familiar with what that is, because, I mean, when was the last time we created one? But yeah, you know, there's people that actually draw money, there's people that actually sell tickets, there's people that get viewers on the product, and Brock Lesnar can do that. Brock Lesnar does that. Those women do not do that. I mean, Cora Jade might be able to get a bunch of simps on her OF, and so is Jakara Jackson. I believe she started that as well. But here, Brock Lesnar gets people to tune in on Friday nights and Monday nights. Brock Lesnar used to get people to pay for pay-per-views. The pay-per-views are that bad now that no one would pay for them. But point remains, Brock's a star. That's why Brock gets kept. He's got name value. He does his job. He's a professional wrestler. He's a superstar. Those other 5 are just legs with tits at the end of the day, and that's why they're on OF. So it is what it is.
I don't understand why. Well, I mean, I understand. Well, I don't understand, but let me get it out there. They're all fucking losers, right? See, Brock Lesnar, Personally, I think Brock Lesnar should be able to get paid from here to the end of time for his contribution to the wrestling business. And the same goes for a lot of guys, right? But the fact of the matter is this. He was fucking... I mean, we can say he wasn't suspended, but he was essentially suspended with pay.
Pretty much.
Right? That's essentially what it was, right? And...
Well, rightfully, WWE couldn't do shit. If WWE fired Brock Lesnar, he'd have some lawsuit against him.
No, absolutely. So he essentially was suspended with pay over his name being involved in a text message. Nothing more, nothing less. A consensual text message. It's fucking insane. And Brock Lesnar has done... I mean, see these women that have been released. They aren't even... They're already forgotten about. I mean, you're trying to list the names and you can't even remember half of them.
Yeah.
That's the proof in the pudding.
Yeah. And yeah, Brock Lesnar done nothing. McMahon was insinuating about potentially loaning out Janelle Grant to Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar replied something along the lines of, "Can't do that because I would break her," or something like this, Ivan Drago style, basically saying, "McMahon, you don't match up in comparison to the Beast. You fire someone for that, really?" Potentially a bit of fucking banter. I mean, let's not pretend that women don't text each other and go, "Oh, the things I'd do with him," or, shit like that. So, I mean, can we really cancel Brock Lesnar over that fucking one reply when he actually said no to the whole passing her around thing? I mean, come on.
No, but not the fact of the matter is, see if everybody's text messages get released and you're
everyone would get fucking cancelled.
Yeah. 110%.
It may not sound like a nice way to describe it, but he basically says that... He basically replied to McMahon, "If you gave her to me, she would be too big for you when I give her back," kind of deal.
Yeah. And the fact of the matter is this.
Basically saying to McMahon here, "You may be the genetic jackhammer, but
I'm the genetic beast, brother.
I'm packing a fucking, I don't know, sledgehammer or something big." You get my point.
Bigger than McMahon.
Something like his fucking salary, something huge. So, aye. A real beast. A beast in his pants.
And people are greeting about it.
So, that's what it is. Let's move on to more money. So, Peacock allegedly was desperate to keep WWE. They wanted to keep the WWE Premium Live events. Maybe the streaming service was going to be out the window, but ESPN wanted to keep the PLE shows. I do think that in 2026, I think WWE are just in America even, I think it's moving to Netflix completely. So the old content wasn't a possibility. It was simply the PLEs. Peacock tried to keep it. According to Dave Meltzer, Peacock had to match ESPN's $325 million offer to keep the PLEs. Peacock didn't want to go that high. Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer Live said the following, quote, "Peacock did make an offer, and I guess the offer was allegedly in the neighbourhood of about $275 million a year. WWE wanted more, and obviously they ended up with the $325 million, which is why they went to ESPN over Peacock. Obviously, if Peacock had offered $400 million a year, they would have stayed, but they didn't. Apparently, there was also potentially shopping around WrestleMania as a separate deal. For example, they might have been willing to stay with Peacock, but give ESPN WrestleMania for a set amount per year. That was something that was discussed, but they ended up going all in with ESPN." End of quote. So, a little bit to talk about here. Brian Meltzer basically saying that Peacock almost priced out of a move for the PLEs. Do I blame Peacock for not paying $325 million to show WWE PLEs? Absolutely fucking not. Now, I don't really know the numbers off the top of my head right now. I'd need to do a bit of research and deep dive and grab the calculator. But to me, how much profit are Peacock really making if they pay $325 million? Because all it is a subscription service. It's not like Peacock can sell the pay-per-views every month for like $50. It's a subscription service and they already sell other stuff. So it's like, I mean, a lot of people that watch WWE and Peacock already have Peacock. So it's like, how much more money are you making by having that? Of course, there will be WWE fans that only sign up to Peacock for WWE, But there was also a lot of WWE fans that initially already had Peacock, so therefore it must offer some other good shows. So the question is, was the PLEs going to generate 325 million plus for Peacock to think it was worth paying that amount? The answer must be no, or else they would have matched it, surely.
I can't believe there's actual businesses out there, companies willing to spend this amount of money on WWE. Meltzer said something along the lines of, I think AEW's last pay-per-view did 184,000 pay-per-view buys.
I'm not buying that.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
I want to see the legit numbers. WWE, before they stopped doing pay-per-views, were doing... some of the WWE pay-per-views were really piss poor. Pretty sure a couple of them did like under 100,000. So, no.
See if Dynamite, right, is doing like 600, 700,000 people. I refuse to believe that, like, you know, a quarter of that audience is buying the pay-per-view for big money.
Let's just take WWF for example. Let's say the Attitude Era. I mean, you can take what year you want. Let's just go with a solid. Let's just go with a solid number. Let's say 6 mil. Right? I think that's a fair number. If you want to go a bit lower, we'll go with 5. Let's say 5 mil. See if you look at the pay-per-view buy rates. It was only really the big pay-per-views that were getting over 500,000.
Yeah.
And to be honest, most were getting under. But let's say for example, it is 500,000 people that were buying like a SummerSlam. Listen, we could go and get all the numbers out here, but I'm pretty sure off the top of my head, I'm right in saying I reckon 500. I think half a million people buying SummerSlam would be about correct. That's a tenth of your audience in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Are you telling me in the Attitude Era, only a tenth of the people watching would buy pay-per-views, but in AEW, you're talking like a third of the people are buying pay-per-views? Are AEW's pay-per-views better than the Attitude Era pay-per-views? Absolutely not. Plus, look how much more expensive they are now.
No,
the AEW pay-per-views are like fucking $50.
Yeah, I just don't see how that many people spent it. Not a chance. But as back to this, I just don't see the profit that's being made here, as you pointed out. All these people, right, we've been saying it for years, man, they're just living off the past. The stars of the past. See ESPN, Netflix, Peacock, and whatever you want to call it. They're simply buying the name. They're not buying this current version. It's the history.
Yeah, like,
it's the stuff. It's the brand.
I tell you what, I don't think, I know. Could you imagine if WWE had to go through a name change similar to like they had to go through in 2002? See, when they went from the F to the E, they still had the stars that fucking mattered, and they actually used the stars to put that over. Look at all the packaging they ran, all the promotions, get the F out, all this stuff. Do you not think if WWE had to change their name, but let's say it was more drastic than simply changing just one letter, do you not think that would kill WWE? Because let's be honest, it's the brand that makes these deals possible. It's the brand that the likes of Peacock and ESPN are trying to buy. They're trying to buy WWE. They're not trying to buy that wrestling company that Gunther wrestles in. Make no mistake about it.
Unless they got extremely lucky and were able to change it back to WWF.
Yeah, but but see in 2002, man. See if they see in the Attitude Era. I know that was just after the Attitude Era, but let's say the Attitude Era, or like early Ruthless Aggression Era, or in like the Hogan Era in the 80s when he was running wild. Honestly, man, you could have changed the name of wrestling to ABC, and see if you've got fucking Hulk Hogan. The money's still going to come in.
Yep.
Oh, what? It's no longer called WWF. What's it called? It's called ABC. Well, I don't care. I've still got The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they had to change? Imagine if they had to change wrestling now, because WWE's what draws. Here, see all these sell. Oh, we've sold out Mania. We've sold out these tickets. It's WWE that sell. It's not Cody Rhodes. It's not Roman Reigns. It's not Becky Lynch. It's not Seth Rollins. It's not Rhea Bloody Ripley. It's none of these. These people ain't selling out shit. It's the company that they work for that sells out.
See, in 2002, the company was already losing ratings at that point. It's not like they lost ratings because their name changed. Look at TNA. They were already in the shit when they went to Global Force. It's not like WWE changed it to WWF in '99, and they lost like 7 million viewers.
Yeah.
The views were already going down, but you're right. See, today, it would suffer more than ever before.
I think a name change would just kill WWE today more than it ever has previously, because today they're relying on the brand, they're relying on the past, and I think with each name change you do lose your identity a little bit.
Yeah.
And you do lose the past a little bit. So, I mean, that's my opinion on that. As for ESPN, listen, if they're going to be charging $30, then maybe they can make their money. But again, it's not solely WWE they're charging for. They're charging for the ESPN Plus app, and that gives you access, I believe, to like NFL games and possibly basketball games, things like that, maybe Major League Baseball. So, it's going to be hard to really, let's say, for example, throw a number out there. Let's say 5 million people have ESPN Plus. It's impossible to say out of that 5 million people how many are signing up for wrestling.
No, it is, yeah. Absolutely.
Just like, it was hard to tell how many people were signing up for Peacock, but with the WWE Network, you knew that was a legit number.
Yep.
And the WWE
I missed the WWE Network.
Yeah, WWE Network was great. And, the WWE Network, you knew that was a legit number, and that was good value as well, right? Say what you want. You're getting access to the library for $9.99.
The full library.
Yeah, you cannot complain with that. $9.99 a year, and you get all the premium live events. I mean, that was good value for money. I believe the most they ever got on the network, was it not something like 2 million? Did they not get up to like 2 million people on the network at one point?
Looked at it, 2 million.
And I think a lot of that was for the... I've got to believe a lot of that was for the library. I can't imagine 2 million... Because, I mean, they can barely get 2 million people to sit and watch the shows. Well, they don't now.
Yeah.
I mean, they fucking don't. I mean, Smackdown's, what, 1.4 million?
I would be interested to see what the Netflix numbers are on, like, old stuff. They've actually added quite a lot of old Raws and Smackdowns, but nowhere near enough of what we thought we were getting.
And you've got to wonder how much have they been edited as well.
Yeah, stuff just being, like, completely
Yeah, what will
changed.
they take out? Right, before we move on, Brian Alvarez did say that WWE were floating around the idea of potentially keeping the PLEs with Peacock except WrestleMania, and they were going to give that to ESPN for a set amount per year, and maybe that would effectively become almost like a pay-per-view, because I doubt... If somebody only wanted to watch WrestleMania, they're not going to sign up to ESPN Plus for the entire fucking year if they only like wrestling, because you're only getting one. You're only getting one show.
Yeah.
You're not going to pay, if you're a wrestling fan and only a wrestling fan, you're not going to pay $30 a month just to watch one WrestleMania. What is that? 4 times 30, $120, $360 a year. I mean, no one's
absolutely
no one's paying that. Like, so, could that have worked though if ESPN did it like a pay-per-view? I mean, potentially, but I just think it's difficult. You look at this new era in WWE now. They've been doing this whole streaming thing for about a decade, and we've seen the reaction to this deal. People are pissed. People don't want to pay $30 for ESPN to see the PLEs, but back in the day, that was like normal. People kind of just accepted that, yeah, pay-per-views, you have to pay to see them. And people were happy to, because wrestling was good. Wrestling's not good anymore, and people just do not want to spend that kind of money. And that's a tell. I think that's a massive tell how shit wrestling is. See, if it was good, I don't think there'd have been as much outrage. People acting like them to pay $30 a month is like this insane. That's what you would have paid back in the day. If you factor in inflation, it's probably less than you paid back in the day. So, yeah, for me, I just think all these people say we're in the best era. Yeah, pretty much everyone, majority of people are saying, oh, I'm done. I'm not watching this. I'm not paying. So that shows you how good something is. See, when you're not willing to pay to see it, that shows you, because, like, for example, I like boxing, right? Not a massive boxing fan where I watch it, but, I mean, I like the big fights. I don't mind paying for the big fights. But even then, it needs to be a big fight. See if it's just a half-decent fight. Reality is, I might come across a strange website that could potentially show me it for the cost of a hee-haw.
Find it by accident?
I find it by accident, just pops up randomly on my screen.
Get away, X that down.
But, the point is, it's like, the good things you pay for.
Yep. No, absolutely.
Like, see when Manny Pacquiao fought Floyd Mayweather, I don't think people were taking a chance on streaming that. Because
I
you're
need
like,
to see it.
oh fuck, I don't want to stream that, then the stream breaks.
Yeah.
I need to pay that. But if it's in the same thing, I mean, when Mayweather fought McGregor, a lot of people were interested in that. But if it's Mayweather versus fucking Johnny Gargano, you know, it's like I'm not spending my hard-earned cash on that. I'll just put my laptop on and maybe a random website will pop up. So yeah, if something's good, you pay for it. Simple as.
Can't disagree with that. So we'll move on.
Well, you can give your thoughts on it, like.
No, I completely agree. I just.
You can elaborate, like, you know, you can.
Yeah, we used to buy tons of pay-per-views back in the day. Hell, we used to rewatch them.
Used to buy the DVDs. Honestly, man, I couldn't buy a DVD now. I'd buy old DVDs, but honestly, man, I don't think you could buy any DVD past.
No, but I just
like 08, 09.
I remember us buying pay-per-views, man, and you went into it like, yeah, you knew the match card, but it's like, yeah, there was always this belief that anything could happen. Like, I need to see this. Something could happen. What could happen now?
Nothing. And even if something does happen, you're like, oh, Brock's back, aye, great, you have to wait like fucking 4 months to get the
wrestling is just, it is a TV show, and certain things just need to end. Obviously, wrestling will never end, but what it needs to do is, like, it needs to start from scratch. Look at AEW. AEW is a perfect example, man. That's done. That's run its course.
I mean, you say that WWE will never end. Do you not think sometimes even wrestling companies can have expiry dates? Like ECW was pretty cool when it was on, but WCW, those things came to an end. I think we would look back on TNA more fondly if TNA ended around 2014-15.
Absolutely. The same could be with WWE.
No, 100%, but let's say ECW and WCW didn't go to business and they continued on or whatever. It's possible they could have been shite for like 25 years.
Yeah.
And then at that point, you're looking at ECW and you're like, well, hold on here. ECW was only good for like 5-6 years and it's been shite for like 20 plus. So,
and you know what the reality is? See, by the time WWE goes out of business, you could be like, here, it was great for about 20 odd years. And then for the last 90 years, it's been shite.
yeah, and I get it. Don't know, it's a money-making machine, so it's not going to go to business. What you wouldn't just end it, right? And that's kind of what you see with TV shows like The Walking Dead, Supernatural. If they think they have something that people will sit and watch and they can make money from, they're going to milk it, even if it comes at the expense of the product and the long-term damage. You know, you might ruin the brand. Like if we take The Walking Dead for example, there's no doubt that The Walking Dead brand has been ruined with the overexposure of shite spin-offs, and just the main series in general, just how bad it got. But you know, they must have made money, so they keep doing it.
Yeah, no, and we see that with TV shows. It's just like milking the cow, but without
even with movies. So sometimes you'll see movies, it's like they make a couple too many, and you're like, oh no, that was perfect. That didn't need a sequel. It's greed at the end of the day. And listen, see, while WWE is able to make money, then for me it will always continue on. You look at TNA. I mean, every time we think it's the final nail in the coffin, it seems to survive. But I think TNA's went close to going out of business because it's not profitable.
Yeah.
I think AEW one day maybe could go out of business because it's not profitable. But as shit as WWE is, it does make money. So until the day comes where it's losing money and not making money, then it's here to stay, unfortunately.
Yeah, these bids are ridiculous, man.
Right, let's move on. John Cena.
I don't like wrestling, C-Nation.
Yeah, so John Cena's came out and said on the Stephanie McMahon What's Your Story podcast that he doesn't like wrestling. He doesn't like wrestling, but he loves WWE. So John Cena basically saying here, I don't care for wrestling. The only wrestling I care for is WWE. Did John Cena not get a tryout for WCW?
Yep.
So he's obviously a wrestling fan. Now, has him been in this company just is his loyalty? I mean, we're saying, well, I wonder if he'll show up in TNA. I mean, if he doesn't like wrestling, then that's very unlikely. Maybe he's just a WWE guy. That could be the case. This is what Cena had to say. He says, quote, I will say I love the WWE. There are a lot of people who do. I love it as much as anyone. Not more, as much as anyone can love something. The WWE, I love it as much as anybody does. And in every interview, every movie set, all I do is say, this is just like the WWE guys. I used to think they were different, but this is the same. I channel all my experiences through the crucible that I've been through, and I'll never not love it. No matter who owns it, no matter who runs it, no matter who the superstars are, even if I don't know them, even if I'm not caught up on the programming or not, if I'm not there, I will always advocate for it, and I don't need an important title behind that. I don't need any title. You guys finally are like, hey, thank you for your service. It's been great playing with you, and that happens because everything always ends. I'm not going to go out the next day and badmouth the thing that I love. And I don't use the word wrestling. I use the word WWE. I don't like wrestling. I love the WWE specifically. It's where I belong. So as long as that's a sentiment in my life, I'm always going to try to get people to watch it, to experience it, and to get invested in it. Because, man, it has made my life this crazy fucking roller coaster. End of quote. Right, so Cena made it quite clear there. He loves the WWE. And he made it clear that he's always going to love it. No matter who owns it, no matter who runs it, no matter who the superstars are, even if he doesn't know them, even if he's not caught in the pro. Basically, John Cena, in my eyes, he may as well just say, here, this company is fucking shite. My last run is fucking shite. Everything about this product has been shite for years now, but it's the WWE, and I still love it.
That's pretty much it for Big Match John, man. Because he's a WWE guy, but him said, this is basically just a sneaky way of saying, here, wrestling fucking sucks, but I came in a WWE guy, I made my millions as a WWE guy, I was the WWE guy, I love the WWE guys.
But yeah, I mean, if you ask Cena, when was WWE at its best? I mean, he ain't going to say now. He can't. If he does, he's a liar.
No.
But I guess he can get away with it by just saying, oh, I love WWE in 2002, I love WWE in 2025.
It's all the same to me, C-Nation.
He says it doesn't matter who owns it and who runs it. Yeah, but Cena, come on. Who do you think did a better job of owning it? Who do you think did a better job of running it? This guy's a big fence mark. There's not a fucking chance he thinks WWE's better now than it was before.
He loves Finney Mac. We love him too.
Did he love him enough to come out and say this company's crap, though?
He might after December. Imagine John turn heel. All these cryptic Instagram posts. Very great.
Yeah, I'd take John Cena. John Cena rapping every day on how bad WWE is.
Come on, John.
Could it happen?
I'm a bad, bad man.
But yeah, claims he doesn't love wrestling. I mean,
that's true.
I wonder if he's ever watched an episode of AEW.
Sure he watched Nitro back in the day.
Yeah, but I mean, that's before he got to WWE. Maybe him being in WWE's...
I think wrestling fans and people in general are naive. Like, you hear a lot of actors that don't even give two shits about the movies or shows they're in. They don't even have a fucking clue what they're about. See with Cena, like, I mean, it's very realistic that this guy's never watched an episode of TNA. Never seen anything from AEW. Just because wrestling fans are sad and watch every show every week doesn't mean John is.
I've also seen a few fans comment on this saying that John's right. If you've got time to watch more than WWE, you're a loser, you're a nerd. Why do some WWE fans think that they're the fucking shit? They are the best thing ever since sliced bread because they watch WWE, but people that watch other wrestling promotions are nerds or losers or have too much time on their hands.
Trust me, you're all nerds and losers.
Yeah, I mean, see, if someone who watches Raw, NXT, and Smackdown every week isn't better than someone who watches Dynamite and Collision. You're just not.
Put it this way.
In fact, you're worse because you spend more times you actually spend more hours watching that crap.
Would a fan of a certain anime say you're a nerd if you watch anything more than that anime, and if you watch other anime? No, if you just watch all it, you're a loser.
Pretty much.
I mean, you're not a loser for watching a specific one. You're a loser for watching anyone.
Well, with someone who watches DC, if you watch DC, then you're the man, you're great. But if you've got time to watch all that Marvel crap, then you're a loser, you're a nerd. You have too much time on your hands. Your life sucks. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, you're all watching fucking grown men in spandex pretending to be superheroes, flying about and having these unrealistic superpowers. So. I mean,
sounds like wrestling, brother.
It's all kid shite at the end of... Well, I tell you what, see when Hulk Hogan was hulking up, I believe that more than any fucking superpower. It's super... Superman. Where we S for shit. Did Finn shit on his chest or something? What the hell happened there? But see when he's flying. Clark Gable. See when he's flying through or whatever his name is, Clark
Kent.
That's the one. See when
Gable.
Clark Cunt. See when he's flying through the sky. I don't believe that. See when Hulk Hogan's taking those punches. And the hair starts shaking everywhere, and the fists start getting clenched.
Them up.
And he gets off one knee, and he's hulking up, he's clenching the fists, and then he blocks the punch, and he goes, "You!" Hits a big boot, and then a leg drop. That's a superpower I can believe in.
Damn right. John believes in it.
I tell you what, you think Superman or Batman's kicking out the leg drop? No. Absolutely fucking no chance.
That's a kryptonite. Boom.
Right. Speaking of superheroes, one of my heroes growing up, he couldn't fly, but it'd make you think you're on fucking flying on a cloud, man, with his commentary. It's good old JR.
A cloud made of barbecue sauce.
Woo! So yeah, JR.
The best they ever do.
Yeah, JR. I mean, honestly, I'm not even. I don't even think this is controversial. I don't think it's been harsh. If you think Michael Cole's better than JR, I think you deserve to just drop dead. Like literally.
Aye.
I think like God just should take you right now.
Yeah.
For having such a wrong opinion.
And you shouldn't go up there. You should go down there.
Aye, get in the elevator, but don't be pressing the up button, down button. Listen, JR's the best to ever do it, hands down in my opinion. His contract's set to expire with AEW. He wants to stay. He was speaking on his podcast.
See JR, right? You think of like the most iconic commentary moment in anything. You think of JR. You know what I mean? It's not just wrestling.
Even Mick Foley thinks of JR for his biggest moments, and he wasn't even there. Yeah, Mick, what's your biggest regret? Getting tossed off that hill and losing your ear? Nah, it's your biggest regret not paying for your daughter to get back surgery? Instead, you had to fucking show her tits on OF? No, it's Michael Cole calling me winning a championship instead of JR. I mean, come on.
JR's the man, and hopefully he signs this new deal.
Nah, but seeing you've had the career Mick's had, and that's Mick's biggest regret, that's like the ultimate slap in the face to Cole. See when Cole's on his high horse and he's yeeting and he's thinking he's the man and he's shaking fists and doing wee handshakes with Uso. All Mick Foley has to do is send him a text going yeet. Your commentary is shite because
and that's Michael Cole back to square one.
Because at the end of the day, Michael Cole, this guy's biggest regret in WWE is that you're commentating on his championship win. I mean, most people would just be honoured to win a championship. Mick Foley's too busy thinking about, am I going to be able to walk in 5 years? No, I don't give a shit about that. I give a shit about, why is Jim Ross sitting at home with a stroke and Michael Cole's having to call my man?
As bad as wrestling's been the past 10 years in WWE, imagine like all the moments how better they'd be if this guy was calling it.
Absolutely.
Like, think of that WrestleMania 40, you got Cena, Rock, Taker and all coming out, the title changing hands. Imagine Prime JR's on that with King or Heymon or something beside him. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's sad. I know wrestling went to shit, right? Not long after JR got moved to Smackdown, and I think you could certainly say there might be a coincidence about that. But I still think there's some really good moments in the few years that JR moved to Smackdown that we didn't get to experience. Like the McMahon $1 million giveaway, I think it would have been cool to have JR doing the commentary on that.
Yeah.
I just think there's big moments that we kind of missed out on.
Paul.
But, yeah. Anyway. But remember, see back then, that was like the one time that they were acknowledging each other's names to get you to genuinely believe that McMahon thing was real.
He died or something? He got crushed?
See now, it's like you watch this Unreal and everyone's calling Triple H by Paul instead of Hunter.
I listened to Russo earlier, right? Apparently, Joseph Park, or what do you call it? What's his name? Andy Park? What's his name?
Who?
Joseph Park. Abiz. What's his name?
Joseph Parks.
Is that his name?
Aye.
Right. Apparently, he booked something, and he had like a panic attack or something, and he was getting emotional, and he had to be consoled by William Regal. William Regal's like, "Oh, you're doing a good job, Joe." And Russo was like ripping the piss out of it, saying it's fucking embarrassing.
Come on, this was the monster it is.
Is that for... he's burying him. He says... He always replied to me, and he always responded to me as soon as he signed that deal with WWE. I haven't heard from him in months, bro. Years, bro. No.
It's because Russo's blacklisted. You can't be employed by WWE and be friends with Russo. No, think of everybody that Russo talks to. Think of everybody. No, I'm not even talking about does a show. Just think about people that Russo interacts with, right? Or people that you hear communicate with Russo on Twitter. See if any WWE person replies to Russo, it's a negative.
Yeah.
It's you killed WCW, or you killed Owen Hart, or you killed the business, or you did that, or you did this. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, but what about with Joseph Parks? Back to that. Having to be consoled by William Regal over like some of the stuff he booked or whatever.
Who the fuck is this? Pedro Pascal or something?
Yo.
Is he gonna have to hug Alexa Bliss or something?
See that Unreal? That's the worst thing that ever happened.
Is that the final nail in wrestling? Like, do you think that could be it?
It might be.
I don't know. I used to think Joseph Parks.
CM Punk creaming his pants. He's like, oh, you know, it gets to humanise us. It shows us Charlotte Flair as Ashley, and it shows you there's a person behind there, so it makes you think twice about booing her. You know, these sad fucks have to actually realise that.
And he somehow thinks that's a good thing. It makes you think twice about booing someone who's a heel 95% of the time in their career, and you thinking twice about booing them is a good thing for wrestling.
Yeah.
Where's the logic in that? Punk's. No, where is it?
No, there isn't any logic. I just don't. I don't get. I mean, Paul Heyman, you know, rightfully committing buried. Unreal. He's like, no, I don't agree with it, but it works in today's.
Did Paul Heyman say that?
Yeah.
Must have been giving her a wad of cash or something.
It must have been, but yeah, that Unreal, man. It's like you think breaking kayfabe and behind the scenes is bad enough, but say the cameras weren't on. Do you really think William Regal's like consoling Joseph Parks backstage?
I forget. I'd like to think Regal would tell him, "Grow up, you fucking loser."
You know, brass knucks to his dome or something.
Triple H hugging Shane Helms. Triple H doesn't know who Shane Helms is. Oh, that's that green guy I jobbed out about 22 years ago. I mean, that's who.
Hugging him. Oh, these women are 5 times better than the men down there in the development centre. What the fuck are they doing down there? Kind of thing. What are you doing, Triple H?
5 times better, my hole. He can't mean that. He can't think that.
It's just for the cameras, that man.
Here, I'll tell you what. Why don't they just separate WWE into 2 different companies and have a male version and a female version, right? And then see WWE, they can charge ESPN 5 times the money for the female company because they're 5 times better.
Aye.
They're 5 times the star.
That's it.
They've got 5 times the drawing ability. They get it 5 times more. No, Triple H, come on. It's a good idea, Triple H.
Come on, Triple H, make the money.
Why don't you do it? Let's keep it real. They all fucking know that if there was a brand split and it was like gender orientated, and let's say both shows were on like the same network, and one was consisting of only men and one was consisting of only women. Listen, Triple H knows what one's going to have more success. He knows what one's going to get more viewership,
they quickly
more
start
ratings.
Losing their clothes.
Yeah, and he knows what one's going to be in demand. He knows what one these streaming networks are going to pay more money for. Triple H, no wonder your nose is the fucking size of Batista's dick, because you're a liar, and it grows every day.
It does.
I've never seen Batista's penis, and I don't want to, but apparently it's big.
Well, there you go.
Aye, so should we move on? Anyway, let's talk about JR a little bit.
I tell you what, it must be the only big thing about Batista these days, because
he's shrunk, isn't he?
Fucking shrunk.
He looks like an Auschwitz fucking victim or something. Or?
Auschwitz?
What do I call it?
I don't know, something.
Auschwitz.
Auschwitz. You're back.
Batista looks like a guy that has either been stranded on an island for a year or lived in Africa his entire life. One or the other. But that's what he looks like.
I don't know. He's had...
Same shit.
Same shit, Robert, right?
Anyway, I don't know.
He's been on the island there, elephantly.
They mustn't let you take... They must... I don't know, man. I guess the the drug testing policy in Hollywood must be stricter than WWE.
You know, see Batista,
see in
right?
WWE, man, he was coming at giant. He was just to the gills, you know. It's like
see Batista, right? He's a big liberal libtard, right? Can't really stand that side of him, but he's a million light years better than Roman Reigns.
Fuck.
Give me Batista coming out with the fucking white turtleneck and that big gold belt over this big fucking chin fraud fuck.
Yeah, that. Shout out to that loser guy that keeps commenting, Reese something. I mean,
Reese Angle.
He said that Orton was a bigger star than Batista. He just wasn't. He just fucking was not. Listen, there's a reason Batista was able to leave WWE because he was a bigger star than Orton.
Yeah.
Honestly, see when it comes to the new era, the ruthless aggression era, Batista was number 2 to Cena. And for a while, he was getting positioned as the number 1 guy. Batista and Cena literally had a feud over Batista, a bit of real life beef where Batista was going, I should have been in your spot, should have been me, John. I don't know if people can even debate it. It's not even... No, but sometimes people look too much into longevity. People would give Randy Orton the nod over Batista because Randy Orton stuck around. Yeah, Randy Orton stuck around because, in all honesty, he wasn't that good to actually make it anywhere else. See the actual stars. See when wrestling went down the toilet. See when wrestling went to shit. Batista and Cena were like... And Cena loves it more than Batista, I guess. He tried to stick around until it just got to the point where it was so bad he had to get out. Oh. But, those guys went on to bigger and better things. Oh, but Triple H has been around for it. Randy, yeah, listen, that doesn't mean shit. Really, it does not mean shit.
Yeah, like, see if Triple H wasn't married to Stephanie and connected that way. The guy did get movie roles. Oh, maybe Triple H could have been a fucking movie star with his big nose.
Movie roles, mate. He got WWE.
He was in Blade. Put a bit of respect on him. He was in Blade.
Wait, hold on here. Was that not like a cameo? Is it not like a...
No, he was actually in quite a lot of it.
I'll have to watch it.
He was like the second protagonist.
What year did that come out? What year did that
2004. His nose was a fucking blade.
Right. No wonder he was always fucking bleeding then. Holy fuck, that thing would slice you to death. But nah, we will talk about JR in a minute, but no, for me, do you think Orton was a bigger star than Batista?
No. Just no.
Listen, see when they were in Evolution, right? I think you could make
Batista got his own brand. Batista was Smackdown.
See,
Orton was just the guy behind Cena.
See when they were in Evolution, right? I think they were pretty level, and I think it's quite clear when Evolution started, they were trying to position Randy Orton as the future, whereas Batista was more like the muscle. But just look at the difference between when Randy Orton separates from Evolution and then when Batista.
Yeah,
Randy Orton separates the Evolution, right? Because he won the title, gets betrayed, jobs out to Triple H, and has a 6-week face turn that fails, turns heel, and then runs off to be a mid-carder on SmackDown. Batista leaves Evolution, defeats Triple H, back-to-back, WrestleMania, Backlash, wins the World Heavyweight Champion, becomes the number 1 draft pick, goes to SmackDown. I mean, one guy became the star of SmackDown with the World Championship with a win over Triple H. The other guy jobbed out to Triple H.
Yeah, that is the difference.
You know what I mean? So,
right, let's go back to JR and he gets a new contract, brilliant.
Aye. So, well, he's not got one yet. He says, quote, I think my contract's up in August. Yeah, but you're going to renew it, you think? I'm hopeful. I'm not planning on going anywhere. I like my part-time schedule, so let's keep the batteries charged. I like working for Tony Khan, because he's always been fair and civil to me, and I appreciate that. Whenever he produces or announces talent, I would hear on the headsets like these, oftentimes I don't hear him because he's not overly hyped and active, and he certainly has the ability to be. He owns it, he's smart, it's easy to be a little eccentric, and a pain in the ass producing announced talent. It's not an easy job, and it can really screw up your announcers by getting them off rhythm and messing up their timing. Barry Bloom is my agent, he's working on it, I'm not worried about it, end of quote. So I think that's a wee dig there from Jim Ross to Vince McMahon, basically saying that Tony Khan doesn't make his life hell on commentary. But I tell you what, see, for all these people that want to bash McMahon, were all these people not better on commentary with McMahon? JR, I don't give a shit. JR's best years on commentary came in WWE.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, did you not notice that JR's commentary improved massively when McMahon got moved away from the commentary team?
Yeah.
Anyone can notice this. See, if you were watching WWE when it was a free man, and it's not because it was a free man booth. I genuinely think it's because when McMahon leaves the commentary team, he's gone backstage and then he's in your ear 24. It's not like McMahon can't fucking be in your ear when he's also on commentary.
McMahon was a good commentator.
And people can. Some people think Michael Cole's better now than he was, and Michael Cole was way better than McMahon was there. It's not even debatable.
Someone said that...
Look at McAfee. Was McAfee better when McMahon was there?
McMahon.
Look, I thought McAfee was good.
Someone said that Triple H is running a terrorist organisation out of Stanford because he put Carmelo Hayes versus Axiom on main event and not SmackDown last night. Or on Friday, sorry. So, I mean, it's time to play the game. I mean, what the... I actually think he should get put on the Nobel Peace Prize list, man, for that. Who the fuck wants Carmelo Hayes versus Axiom on SmackDown?
I seen a stat saying that the last black man to have a PLE match in WWE was Snoop Dogg at WrestleMania 39.
That's pretty funny, isn't it?
Now, I actually think it's not true. I think Ricochet has had a PLE match in between that time against Logan Paul. But either way, if you take Ricochet's no longer in WWE.
Yeah.
So the last black man...
Neither Snoop Dogg.
Well, I mean, that is...
Snoop Dogg. Right, let's move on.
Alright, hold on. Who was the last black wrestler who's currently active in WWE to have a PLE match?
I don't really know.
Think main roster. It would probably be R-Truth, wouldn't it?
Why? But then, when was the last time he had one?
I know he's had Saturday Night Main Event, but when was the last PLE match he had?
Yeah.
Think.
Singles?
Aye, singles match. When was the last one The Rock had?
Mania 40.
No, it wasn't singles, was it? No.
See, the Rock picks and chooses when he's Samoan and when he's black, doesn't he? It's like, what are you, Rock? You a pebble, you a rock? Come on, son.
I know. Yes, if the Rock fought by pretending to be black, he could make more money or get more hype than he would.
Yeah.
But because the bloodline's the it thing at the moment, he's going to...
Do you not think it's actually funny, right? Say the blood...
See if George Floyd came back to Mania for a tag match, The Rock would be black, 100%.
No, but...
Roman Reigns would be getting dumped in the trash can.
See, put it this way. See if the black side of the Rock's family got into the wrestling business, they'd be pushing... It wouldn't be the Ulafala round the neck. You know what I mean? It would be something black.
What do you mean if the black side of the Rock... Is the black side, is it no?
No, it's the Samoan side.
Rocky Johnson was black.
Aye.
Oh, you mean after The Rock?
Aye.
Alright, I thought you meant before. Because I'm about The Rock's family. It's his dad that's black.
Aye, it's his dad that's black.
And his mother's Samoan.
Aye.
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 Right.
So I'm on about...
Aye, but it was his dad that was in the business, not his mother.
Aye, I know.
Aye,
I'm on about... Say the bloodline, right, weren't Samoan and we're all black, you'd be going with that.
What do you think they put in their neck?
I don't know.
Anyway,
we get to see it because Triple H wouldn't book them on the show. So
what do you think Triple H would put in their neck?
Don't work for me, brother. I don't know what he'd put in their neck.
I can think of something.
So could I.
Anyway, we'll move on, guys.
Look at the way he treated Ahmed Johnson, man. Fucking... And Mark Henry. Triple H. It's no good.
People get butthurt, right, when someone makes a joke or someone actually makes a serious, legit accusation against Triple H when it comes to him potentially being a wee bit on the, the disliking side of the black folk. But I think Triple H is definitely shown enough in his history that there could be something there. You can say what you want, right? But the guy did legit make monkey/ape taunts at Mark Henry when he was coming into the ring. No other member of DX was doing that. I can't imagine that Vince McMahon was like, aye, when you go out there, you make these monkey taunts to Mark Henry. I mean, that was a Triple H thing.
Yeah, and the thing about Ahmed Johnson, I mean, there's no proof to who did it, but I mean, I'm willing to guess that it could have been Triple H.
Austin wouldn't do that. And I'm not sure Shawn Michaels would have the balls to do it in case Ahmed Johnson found out it was him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that might lead Triple H.
Put it this way, if Triple H behind the screw job, he can scrape something into a car, can't he?
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Just think how much worse the screw job could have been if Brett was black.
it's just funny how. God damn. It's funny how though McMahon's a racist. See if we put up a poll who's more racist between Triple H and McMahon. Triple H has to win it. You know what I mean? He hangs his fucking KKK hood over his nose. It's fucking that simple.
See when Devon came out and said he would love to sleep with Stephanie, that ruined his WWE career.
Yeah.
That was.
Wonder why I said that.
Oh well, I don't know, but Triple H that killed him off. Anyway, let's just move on here. Paul Heyman's commented on his involvement that he has with the WWE creative process in 2025. Basically went on to say that he doesn't sit in on a weekly basis. Long-term meetings he's in. Anything to do with WrestleMania, or the year after WrestleMania, or the year after that's WrestleMania, he's in. Or the Royal Rumble, or the Elimination Chamber, or Survivor Series. But in terms of a week-to-week meeting, or the shitty PLE'S that doesn't feature any stars, or doesn't feature anybody that's infested with Paul Heyman, interacting with Paul Heyman, he no-shows.
I talked about this a couple of days ago. I think this is fucking ridiculous, right? It just shows how disjointed it is. Why is Paul Heyman privy to like certain pay-per-views but not weekly to weekly? You know, it's even like
it's almost like a part-time. It's almost like he's got a part-time schedule in the writing team. It's like that can't be. Let's say Paul Heyman, right?
No TV show works like that.
No, let's say Paul Heyman's their best guy. Let's say he's their most creative guy in these meetings. How can it be a good thing only having him show up for certain shows or certain meetings?
Yeah, and then you've also got a situation.
No, but hold on. But let's say he is the best one, right? Would that not explain why the majority of the overwhelming majority of the weekly shows are shite? Would that not explain why maybe only a little bit of effort goes into the big shows?
Maybe he's not the only one that does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See if only the top creative minds get involved in the very big shows. Maybe that's why it's only the very big shows that are actually worth watching.
Yeah.
So what do they do? Who runs a normal Smackdown? Did they get like the fucking Eugene character and Festus? Is it Eugene and Festus? Did they just bring them off the streets and be like, right, you guys book Raw, and then Paul Heyman, when we've got plans for Mania, we'll call you up on the phone? I mean, what's happening here?
You guys book Raw and SmackDown, but you're not allowed to put any black guys on it. That's the rules, because I'm Triple H.
That's the game, and that's how you play it.
Anyway, yeah, but him talking about, we booked Manias 3 years in advance. I'm sure you used to. Then The Rock phones up that don't work for me. Anyway, that's it.
Right. Anything to add? Or?
No. Paul Heyman, man, full of fucking shite.
Yep, that's it, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Paul Heyman, you suck, buddy. And hi, I mean, pretty much most people we mentioned in this video. It's not true, actually. Mentioned Brock, mentioned JR, mentioned
Hogan,
Cena,
Austin,
Hogan,
Rock.
Alright. Pretty much everybody we mentioned.
You can draw the line on who sucks, man.
Yeah, pretty much everybody we mentioned in this video is half decent. Although we did give Festus a name drop, like
Aye.
Luke Gallows.
Nah, it's bogging.
This match is set for one fall.
I don't fly southwest.
Anyway, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Peace.